Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Steve Walker with Soaring Eagle Outdoors, and this is a companion video to my 10 things I like about my Toyota 4Runner. These are the 6 things that I dislike about it, and after 30,000 miles now, you know that I like to do extensive tests on any of my gear. If you've watched my backpacking videos before I do reviews on them, same as here with the Toyota. With 30,000 miles on it, let's get started. Okay, number 1, the yellow headlights and the yellow daytime running lights. Besides looking terrible, they are not that bright. I find myself turning on my LED daytime running lights that are part of the fog light combo during the daytime, and I usually have them on at night, which switches to a little bit lesser brightness as a fog light when the headlights are on at nighttime. Number 2, those window controls. If you've watched my 2-month ownership impressions video, I just couldn't get over the placement of those window controls. Now in Florida, it was a little bit more critical with all the rain. That's not such a factor here out west. However, I still, to this day, go down towards where my knee sits to find those controls instead of reaching up top to use them. After almost 2 years of ownership, it's still just not ergonomically in the right place for me. Number 3 is that the Nav Radio control head, that screen. I'm glad they have made it a little bit bigger in, I think, the 2020 models of the 4Runners. They've got a different head on there now. This to me has been one of my big disappointments. It's really not that good to use as a nav system. In fact, I have added a stand and a mount for my iPad so that I can use it with the Gaia GPS, or if I have to bring up the motor vehicle use maps for the U.S. Forest Service, and I run that really more as my primary nav system if I'm going anywhere even remotely off grid or someplace where I need more details, because by the time you zoom into a real tight street view, you have no situational awareness of what's around you. The screen is just too small. Number 4, paint chips. Now all cars will get paint chips from rocks hitting them and people dinging their doors with their other car doors and things like that. But the paint that's on the plastic, especially on that rear bumper, as you can see, it just almost flaked off when I had a couple boxes when I was moving that slid down over top of the paint and just peeled it right off. So the paint chips or the paint finish is a little bit disappointing to me. Number 2 is the fit and finish, especially where the plastic and the metal kind of come together. There's a lot of gaps, and it just doesn't look super good, especially when you spend as much money as you do for this particular package, which is the TRD Off Road Premium. And you know, the money that you pay for it, you shouldn't have fit and finish issues like that. Okay. Now finally, number 8, and this is one of the things that probably goes from the dislike to almost the hate category, and that has to do with the hood scoop. The hood scoop, of course, is not functional. That's a separate issue. Why put one on them? It's not going to be functional for anything. Okay, but it has to do with the airflow underneath the engine compartment, and so it's just an aesthetic look thing, and it differentiates between the standard and the premium vehicle models. But the way it sits, if you're traveling into the sun, and the sun is up at about a 30-degree angle, so the sun visor, you kick the sun visor down and it blocks the sun, that's just fine. But at about a 30-degree angle, and I'm sorry I don't have a picture of this for you, I've just not been able to capture it. I've tried a couple of times, and the phones just won't. The phone or the camera just won't quite do it. But the sun comes down and it hits that hood scoop, and that sunbeam comes right into your eye. So even though you've got the visor down, it's blocking the sun, you've got to put your hand up and block the sun from blinding you. Okay, and that's just now I've seen some people that have taken some black matte decal and have put that on that hood scoop area, and I may have to do that because that is really annoying to have that hood scoop act as a mirror hitting the sun back into your face. Okay, everybody, so the bottom line is, would I buy this 4Runner again? And the answer is absolutely yes. It's a great vehicle. Would I like a little more horsepower? Yes. The transmission is a 5-speed. For a while there I was thinking, it might be nice to have some more gears. But my wife has an LC200, the Land Cruiser. It's got an 8-speed maxed up with the V8. And when you have downgrades in the mountains, you really have to bring the transmission down to a lot lower gear than I'm comfortable with to get the compression braking to work. And I think that might be the same with the 4Runner. With the 5-speed, it actually works for downgrades and the compression braking. If it went to a 6-speed or an 8-speed, I think you lose your compression braking for the downhill long grades. So I guess it kind of depends on where you live. In Florida, I was really disappointed it only had a 5-speed in it. Out here, I'm kind of glad because it actually works in the mountains better, I think, than transmissions that have more speeds in them. Just my opinion. All right, everybody, comment down below. Give me a like if you like the videos. Consider subscribing. It really makes a difference to the YouTube algorithms, and I appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a good day. Bye.